मेरे परम पिता परमात्मा, मेरे परम पिता परमात्मा, सदा शिव निराकार, परम पिता परमात्मा, सदा शिव निराकार, ओ आनंद के सागर तेरी महिमा अपरंपार, महिमा अपरंपार, तेरी महिमा अपरंपार, महिमा अपरंपार, तेरी महिमा अपरंपार, मेरे परम पिता परमात्मा। तुम सृष्टि के ज्ञाता हो, वरदानों के दाता हो, तुम सृष्टि के ज्ञाता हो, वरदानों के दाता हो, हम तुमको पाकर पाए, हम तुमको पाकर पाए, गति सदगति उपहार, महिमा अपरंपार, तेरी महिमा अपरंपार, महिमा अपरंपार, तेरी महिमा अपरंपार, मेरे परम पिता परमात्मा। ओंकारेश्वर सर्वेश्वर, मुक्तिदाता मुक्तेश्वर, ओंकारेश्वर सर्वेश्वर, मुक्तिदाता मुक्तेश्वर, जीवन नैया सबकी करते, जीवन नैया सबकी करते, भवसागर के पार, महिमा अपरंपार, तेरी महिमा अपरंपार, महिमा अपरंपार, तेरी महिमा
Om Shanti. Let's begin with a few moments with the Almighty. As I sit still and quiet, I become aware that I am a soul. The body and I are distinct from each other. The body is physical, belongs to this world. And I am the soul, non-physical. I am a living being of light. I see myself through the eye of knowledge. Sitting behind the eyes of the body. I am the life force of this body. I am a star of light. The thinking, experiencing being. Doing everything through the body. I and the body are separate, working together. I am the driver. The body is the car. Now come to the awareness that the body has a parent. Your physical parents. And I, the soul, also have a parent. my mother, my father, Paramatma. I am never alone. I, the soul, am always under the canopy of my parent, Paramatma. In this moment of awareness, I can experience the canopy, the protection, the company of my Father around me. My Baba, the ocean of love, the ocean of joy, is constantly showering me with pure, unconditional, spiritual love. My Baba loves me as I am, accepts me as I am, trusts me as I am. My Baba is the one who never gives up on me. Even when I give up on myself. Feel the presence of the loving parent, the light of love around you. My Baba uplifts me in all circumstances. Has faith in me, hope in me, holds my hand and guides me to do better. I am a soul. I belong to you, my sweet Father, and you belong to me. I can feel the love, the power of love that you are sending my way. Just sit with these thoughts for some time. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So we are trying to have an introduction and an experience of Paramatma. Now you see that although we have worshipped God for very long, called out to Him, but it would be apt to say that we believed in God, we didn't know Him. Yes, and if you just believe in something and not know that something or someone, then you have the power of faith, but not the power of relationship. So we now are moving towards having an actual concrete relationship with Paramatma, and that is the relationship that heals us, nurtures us, and brings us back to who we really are. And this process of having a relationship with Paramatma is precisely, spirituality. And one aspect of it is meditation. Meditation is the Atma having a mental connection with Paramatma. Now, today I would first talk about, so we understood that Paramatma is a being of light, just like I am a being of light. And then we understood that He's not everywhere, He's somewhere. And we also tried to understand why it is important to know God as He is, because when we know Him as He is, then we have a reference point for who we really are. Because otherwise we made Him like ourselves, and then it served no purpose. So knowing Him as He is gives us a reference point for who I am really like. And now first I will talk about the name of Paramatma, the name of God. So Paramatma has a name, and that name is Shiva, Shiv. Now you see, Shiv, when we say Shiv, we are not talking about any physical image. we are just talking about a point of light. Okay, so Shiv, Paramatma is a point of light. And why Shiv? Because Shiv, the word Shiv literally means three things: a seed, a dot, and the benevolent one. So the word Shiv in Hindi, it literally means a seed, a dot, and it means the benevolent one. So Paramatma is the seed of this human tree, this tree of souls. So if you look at the world around you, this is a tree of souls. So we are all, in this branches of the world, like this is like a tree. We will talk about this tree later also, but for now you understand that Paramatma is the seed of the human tree, and Paramatma is a dot, so is a bindu in his form, so Shiv. And then Paramatma is the benevolent one, the one who takes the responsibility of bringing benefit to us, bringing benefit to humanity when we have lost the hope and the power to benefit each other. Yes, so we have lost the capacity also, and we have lost also, the will to benefit each other. These days, we don't think about benefiting ourselves also, because we don't know what really matters to us. So we try to just keep filling ourselves with material things, and we think that that is how I benefit myself, but that is not the way. So anyway, so Paramatma is the benefactor. He benefits us, he brings benefit to the whole of humanity when we are totally in our worst condition, in our lowest consciousness. And so Paramatma is called Shiv. Now Shiv, and then we say Shiv Baba. Now why Shiv Baba? Because Paramatma is my parent. Now you see, until now we have always had this relationship with Paramatma wherein he is the giver and I am the beggar. He is the savior and I am the one craving to be saved. Right? These are the two prominent relationships we have with Paramatma. Correct? So I am also always asking, he is always giving. And then I am always doing something and making a mess of myself, and then he is the one who is saving me. So, but Paramatma says, that is how you thought of me, but I am your parent, teacher, Satguru. I am your friend, brother, and I am your beloved. I am your surgeon, doctor, and I am your child. So Paramatma says, you have all relationships with me. Mat, Pita, Bandhu, Sakha, Swami, Shikshak, Sajan, Satguru. So this is how we say in Hindi. So mother, father, friend, brother, Swami is beloved, then Shikshak, teacher, Sajan, Satguru, the prophet or the guide, and then he is also the bacha, the child, the surgeon, the doctor, the healer, and then so these are the relationships we have with Paramatma. But we have not explored these relationships with Paramatma, and we didn't have the knowledge that we have these relationships. So now Paramatma tells us about himself, and then he says, all these relationships I am in with you. and then you think about me as your parent. I am your parent, I am your mother and father. And you see, we have this idea of a ideal parent, right? So in this world we have these ideas of an ideal parent, ideal teacher, ideal Satguru, or ideal brother, ideal friend, ideal beloved, right? But do we get that beloved? Do we get that ideal parent? Are our relationships ideal? No, they are not, right? Now, then where does this idea come from? That's the beautiful thing, you know. Where does this idea come from? You have only one parent, one set of parents, right? Physical parents. And then you say they are not ideal. Then who are you comparing them with? How do you know what parents are like? So, you know, everybody has an idea of what an ideal parent should be like. And where does that idea come from? Because I, the soul, have an ideal parent. And then I want the physical parent to fit into that idea, which comes from this, you know, this knowing, this truth that I hold inside, that God is my parent. And you know, of course, in my journey, there is some phase, some time when I meet that Paramatma, meet that Supreme Parent, and I experience what an ideal parent-child relationship is like. And then I carry that memory with myself. And then for many births, I keep looking for that ideal parent in physical parents. And then I keep getting heartbroken. Yes, so you know, there is one sister, she comes for the course these days to the center, and she was telling me that she says, I have a lot of anxiety and restlessness, and then she says it is all because my parents were not ideal when I was growing up. So I said, what is the problem you faced? And then she said that my father was suffering from cancer, and my mother, she always accompanied him everywhere he went. He was always on tours and doing his work, and my mother, she felt that he needed her more, and she always accompanied him, and I was abandoned, and I was left with my nanny and other people, and they took care of me. But I think that my mother should have understood that I also needed her. It's not just the husband who needed her. So then I told her, you see, your mother is a human being, your mother is not God. And then she knows what she knows, she doesn't know what she doesn't know. So she is a body conscious soul. She knows that somebody who has cancer in the body needs her. She doesn't understand that a child also needs her, because the child is, you know, apparently good enough, you know. The child is getting fed, getting educated, the nanny is sending her to school. So she can't see the you know, the psychological aspect of you, how you will develop as a human being because of this. She only knows that her husband is ailing, and that because he is ailing, it is her duty to take care of him. So you cannot expect a human being to have such a broad vision that, you know, how this abandonment will affect you after 30 years. So then she said, yeah, probably you're right. Then who should I be angry with? With God? So let me not get angry with my mother because she's a human being. But then let me be angry with God, because God is the supreme one, and He was also watching all this and letting this happen to me. So you see, this is how, you know, we We try to always blame somebody for whatever went wrong, but Paramatma tells us that I am your supreme parent and you are body conscious. You are always looking at physical parents. You are not looking up to me. How will I nourish you? How will I sustain you? You are not taught how to have a relationship with me. And if she was taught that, then she would have taken that love from Paramatma during her growing up years. So Paramatma is always there in and around us. Just like we want parents to be always around us. What does a child want? A child wants the parent to be always with them. But these days, you see, there is a lot of dysfunctionality in our relationships, in families, and then the primary reason is parents are not around. And no physical parent can be around all the time. And even if they are, they can't be available spiritually and mentally because our minds are distracted, we souls are in low energy. So what we are seeking really is a relationship with Paramatma, who can always be around, who is 100% available mentally, emotionally, spiritually, always available for us. But we are seeking it for humans because we are body conscious. And who is our real parent? Our real parent is Paramatma. Then what else do you want from your parents? You want them to accept you unconditionally, not judge you, right? Everybody wants their parents to accept them unconditionally and judge them. And it is said that the love of parents is unconditional and non-judgmental, but if you look around, it's not so. So, parents love you more when you get better marks, and they love you less when you get less marks. And then they also, they don't love you unconditionally. So, and you see, it is very important to understand that my physical parents are parents of the body, and as parents of the body, they give me physical sustenance. The food, the water, the education, the clothes, the house, the shelter. So parents of the body provide that. But I am a soul and I need knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, power. And that the physical parent cannot provide. Yes, that they also are seeking. They are not in a position to provide that. They also need that. So, who do I source it from? Who will give me, love, peace, purity, knowledge, happiness, bliss, joy? So that is the parent of the soul. So the parent of the body is in charge of the body, and the parent of the soul is in charge of the soul. And when I was growing up, my father of the body, told me something very beautiful, and I never forget it. He said, beta, when you are sad, I can be sad with you, but I cannot make you happy because I am not happy. So when you are sad, I have the capacity to be sad with you. I will be sad with you. But you can be happy only if you want to be happy. I cannot make you happy because I am not a happy person myself. Yes, so I have my moments when I am sad. So how can I make you happy? And I remember this always. And when I came into Gyan, I felt, my father never claimed that he can give me happiness. But this father, this supreme father, Shiv Baba, is telling me I can make you happy. So let me try him out. So this is a claim that was never made to me. So this is why, Paramatma says, you are a soul, you're made of these 7 qualities. You seek knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, power, and I am the provider of all these qualities. But you have to have a relationship with me, and you have to pay attention that I'm here giving you all of that. Yes. So, have you noticed that, for 5 seconds, just be still and just notice all the sounds around you? Yes. Can you hear those sounds which you couldn't hear earlier? Yes. So you can hear something when you notice. You see, sound is so physical. But if you don't notice it, you don't hear it. Could you hear the fan making a sound now? When you notice. So, even when something is physical, you can't, you can't observe it until you notice it, until you pay attention to it. And Paramatma says, Shiv Baba says, I am very subtle. I am an energy. I am always around you, but only when you remember me. So I told you that, it is Paramatma. Where does Paramatma live? One thought away. So when you think about him, when you pay attention to his presence, he is there. Just like the sun, you open your doors and windows, the sun is there. You close them, sun is not there. Similarly, Paramatma is with me when I am thinking about him, when I am noticing his presence. And in Christianity, there's a very beautiful saying. God says, be still and know that I am here. And that is what we need to do. Just be still and acknowledge that the Supreme Soul, Paramatma, Shiv Baba, is showering me with his love, his happiness, his peace, because he is the ocean of peace, ocean of love, ocean of joy. And I am being sustained and nourished and nurtured by these waves, this energy of love, peace, happiness. And if you think about it, what is love? Love is a vibration. Love is not what you think it is. People think that when somebody says, I love you, that is love. But more often than not, that's a lie. People who really love you don't say, I love you, mostly. And people who don't love you say it all the time. So love is not in the words said, I love you. Love is not in the hugs and caresses that other people give you. Love is just a vibration that you feel when all of this happens. And that vibration, it's an energy that makes you feel accepted, that makes you feel healed, that makes you feel that makes you have faith in yourself, that makes you have hope in yourself, that makes you feel respected, that makes you feel cared and nourished. That is the energy of love. And just try to feel that energy coming from Paramatma and touching you, the soul. And that is Paramatma's love. What is peace? Peace is something that, just calms you down, calms your inner world down, harmonizes you from within. Peace is also a vibration. Peace is not external quiet. Everybody could be quiet around you. You could be in solitary confinement and very peaceless. Yes, and you could be in a crowd and very peaceful. Because peace is just a vibration. And when you feel the ocean of peace is around you and try to, experience the peace that Paramatma Shiv Baba is sending your way, you will feel peaceful. So Paramatma is the parent who gives me all that I need. So, just like a child looks up to his parent for all his needs, and the physical parent can provide physical needs, but Paramatma gives you the soul what you need. And but only when you notice his presence, only when you pay attention to he giving you this sustenance. Because Paramatma, you have to, create a thought that, he's here and giving that to me, then you can feel it. Now let me ask you a question. Have you felt that when you are in difficulty and you remember God, he helps you? Yes, right? But the thing is, we are conditioned to believe that when you are in difficulty, then God will help you. So we remember God in difficulty and he helps us, right? Now, we are never told that when you're peaceless, think about God and he will give you peace. We are never told when you are lacking in love, just think about God and he will give you love. Just remember him and he will give you love. Or when you are unhappy, you think about God and he will give you happiness. We are never taught this. The only thing we are taught is when you are in problem, remember him. But if we are taught that you remember him always, in everything you need, he will help you in everything. The things that you're seeking from people, places, and attainments, he is the one who gives you all of that. He gives you peace, he gives you a sense of attainment, accomplishment, happiness, everything he will give you. But only when you seek it from him. But it is such a false programming that we think that God will give me, Now let me ask you a simple question. People say, when I want property and money and fame and name and reputation and good relationships, I remember God and he gives me all of that. Now you see, that's not his prime duty, but he gives you even that. Right? So why would he not give you that which he is the ocean of? So he obviously gives you love, peace, happiness, power, everything, but only when you remember him for that. He will purify you, he is the ocean of purity, but only when you remember him for that. So this is why we need to know God as he is and then have a relationship that whatever we are seeking from physical relationships we get from him. And then you see, God is our teacher, and we are studying from God right now. Do you understand that whatever I am sharing with you is not my knowledge? It is God's knowledge. So God teaches. How does he come and teach? We will talk about it. But what does he teach? Does he teach you science, geography, history? Or does he teach you music and dance? Or what does he teach you? What knowledge does he give you? Now you see, I remember there was one sister, she's a psychiatrist, and I once conducted a session with her. And then she was, in that session, she was sharing how, children who are left in the orphanage since they are born, they have some personality issues later in life, and if you don't receive this from the father and this from the mother, then it translates into a personality issue. And then on our way back, I asked her, but think about two situations. One is when a child got everything according to psychology, whatever they should get, and still they develop a bad personality. And second is somebody who was abandoned since childhood and they grow in an orphanage and they become very good people. So how does that happen? So then she said, sister, we don't have answers to everything. That is why we come to you. Yes, so you see, God answers that which humans can't find answers to. Yes, and you see, there is so much effort people are making to understand how the body works, how the mind works, how the world works, but still nothing is working well. Although we are, devising so many methods, you look at, how much medical science has made progress, but we are not able to keep pace with the diseases. The diseases are progressing faster than science. So, what is it that we need to understand about this whole world? So, there are three things: knowledge of the soul, knowledge of God, and knowledge of how this universe works, the laws of the universe. And that is what God teaches, the laws of the universe and how this whole, play. We say this is a play, this is a drama, and we are actors in it. Yes, Shakespeare said the world is a stage and we are actors. So, understanding the beginning, middle, and end of the drama, of the play that we are in, and understanding souls and God, that is the knowledge that God gives. And He is the supreme teacher. And until you know that, every other knowledge, you when you have a framework, when you have a framework, you can fit the pieces of puzzle into it. So every other knowledge that there is in the world is like a piece of puzzle. But until and unless you have that big framework, you can't fit in those pieces of puzzle. And once you understand the truth from God, then everything else fits in. Everything else, starts making sense, and you can understand, it is a part of the knowledge, not the whole. But you need to understand the whole in order to put the parts in place. So that is the knowledge that Paramatma gives. So Paramatma, practically, Shiv Baba plays the part of a parent, teacher, but if you want God as the teacher, what do you have to do? Come to school every day. Yes, so God as the teacher means study every day. Now, I would like to tell you that these sessions don't end at 21 days, they continue forever. Yes, so you may leave God the teacher, He doesn't leave you. So it is your choice, but He is the supreme teacher, He always teaches you. And if you want to learn from God the teacher, you have to every day come to school. You every day have to attend the class. And only then can you slowly, gradually know everything. So this is God the teacher. So Paramatma, Shiv Baba, we have all relationships with, but now we need to, have this relationship with Paramatma in a practical way. And it is through meditation and through this daily engagement with class that we can have a practical relationship with Paramatma. And when I have that relationship with Paramatma, then my complaints with all relationships will finish. Because then I, the soul, will get everything I need, and then when I am full, my complaints finish. Okay, so this is something. And then you see, Paramatma is the beloved. Paramatma is, so mostly people are very disappointed with their beloveds because, total acceptance, unconditional acceptance that we expect from the beloved is not there. And so just think about an answer. If there is any one person in the whole world with whom you feel comfortable sharing your whole truth, can you really bare your heart and, just be who you are? Every thought, everything that you are, can you share with somebody? Yes. Is there any one person in the world who you can be totally open with? No. Nobody. Yes, nobody. Why? Because we know we are accepted only when we are putting on a veil of hypocrisy. Yes, and nobody has the power to accept me as I am. And do you know that you cannot heal or change until you are accepted? Yes, so there is a law. Somebody has to accept you for you to accept yourself, and acceptance is the first step to change. And the corollary of this law is whatever you resist will persist. Yes, so what happens is, because there is nobody in the world who really accepts us, we keep denying who we are. Yes, maybe there's some weakness in me, some shame, some guilt, some vice, and I keep denying it. I keep saying it doesn't exist because I don't want to come across like that. But until and unless you accept that yes, there is a problem, how can you heal? How can you change it? And that is why Paramatma is the surgeon, Paramatma is the doctor, or Paramatma is the beloved before whom you can totally be yourself. Because anyways he knows who you are. Yes, he knows what's on your mind, he knows everything. So then when you know this, and you are able to you know that he accepts you and respects you despite this, then you are able to accept and respect yourself, and then you are able to be better. Yes, because if you keep resisting who you are, that which you are resisting will keep persisting. So this is why we need a relationship with Paramatma, with Shiv Baba, and in a practical relationship. So he is the one who takes the pain to teach you every day. So he is actually here and interested in your development. So then I should know that he is here for me. It's not a fancy idea. Yes, it's not. So I am not that person who would sit and give you a class every day if he didn't inspire me. Yes, so he is arranging all of this. He is making it done for you. He is creating instruments. He is giving this knowledge. So then I have to also, understand that he is there for me, and acknowledge that, and pay attention to his presence, his love, his sustenance all the time, and feel blessed, nourished, nurtured. Yes, so this is about our relationship with Paramatma, and the name of Paramatma is Shiv Baba. Tomorrow we will understand what he does and what he doesn't do, and then how he does what he does. Okay, there is a question. I would like to start after school at home, but the house was used by my husband to have an illegal relationship with a lady in my presence. My thought is blocking me. Is it okay to proceed with my plan through this house? Basic intention is to provide a child to have an environment to stay away from gadgets and internet. Please guide me. Okay, so you have to understand that this whole world is what energy is there in the world. This whole world is right now vibrating with tamo guna. Yes, so if you rented another place, also it will be the same. It's not like nobody would have done something wrong in that place. So that place, that physical energy is not a big deal. But the thing is, you see, Let us take this and understand. So when you go to a temple, or when you go to a mall, or when you go to a crematorium, what is it that makes it a crematorium, a temple, and a mall? It is the people visiting it. Okay, so the only energy, the only aware consciousness is you, the soul, and your thoughts create the atmosphere. So, if you see Atma, the sphere that the Atma creates through its vibration is the atmosphere. Atma ka sphere, that is the atmosphere. Okay, so wherever you, the soul, are sitting, you are the center of the sphere, and the environment you create through your vibrations is your atmosphere. Now, if you hold in your awareness that this place is not pure, then you are sending that vibration to that place. But if you, like when somebody starts from the house and goes to a temple, what is his consciousness? I'm going to a sacred place. I don't have to take waste thoughts. I have to be there in purity. So when they go with that intention, they create the atmosphere of purity there. And everybody who goes to the mall, what are they thinking? Eat, shop, buy. So that is the vibration there. So every place is resonating with our vibration, and our vibration is created through our thoughts. So let me create the thought that I am a soul, the Supreme Soul Paramatma, my companion, is here with me, and this place is resonating with vibrations of purity and peace. Yes, and otherwise every place is a kabristan right now. Yes, dead bodies are burnt everywhere underneath. So you don't have to, think about whether the place has any vibration, but you are the one who can transform the vibration of the place. So just think about yourself as the child of God and create that vibration and go ahead with this. It's a beautiful thought that you have created. Okay. Om Shanti. Let's sit in the relationship with Paramatma Shiv Baba for some time. Sit still and become aware that I am a soul. And my parent is Paramatma Shiv Baba. As I come to the awareness of my sweet Father, I can see him in front of me. A small star of light, embracing me, with the light of love. Very subtle, healing energy of love surrounds me. And as I am touched by these vibrations of love, I feel accepted. My Baba knows me who I am and accepts me as I am. And loves me abundantly, unconditionally. For my Baba, I am his best child. My sweet Baba, you have complete faith in me. You have hope in me. You look at me as if I am a valuable diamond. And as you look at me, I realize who I really am. I am not how the world sees me. I am how you see me. I am a valuable diamond. I am worthy. I am powerful. Just sit with these thoughts for some time.
हरदम